Hey everyone, I'm Tanner Wengjin, and this is a tutorial on basic audio editing in Adobe Premiere. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know how to set up a project like I have here, I explained that at the beginning of my tutorial for basic video editing. So, audio editing is actually pretty comparable to video editing in many ways, except I personally find audio editing to be less enjoyable than video editing just because it's more time consuming. But in my project here, as you can see, I have two audio clips here, which I dragged into the audio track. I have my voiceover, and then I have, it's just a generic voiceover, by the way, that I recorded on the spot. Then I have some background music here. And just a quick tip, whenever you're working with audio in Premiere, make sure that you have the audio clip selected. So that way, you have access to effects and stuff like that. And say you're working with a video, like I have here, and you want to separate the audio from the video for whatever reason. How you would do that is you'd either right-click on the video or audio track for that clip, and then click on Unlink. Then you can click off it, and then click back on it, and then, I'll delete the video. There we go. And now, you can use the audio for whatever. For example, this would come in handy if you were to record a voiceover with a camera and you didn't want, just a random black video from your camera if you only wanted to take the voiceover from it. So that's that. Now, the first thing I wanted to show you guys is how to cut audio. It's actually pretty similar to video cutting. All you do is you select the razor tool. I'm pretty sure the hotkey for that is C on your keyboard. And yeah, you can click on it and then you can delete things, cut out parts you don't like. So, for example, in this little generic voiceover, which, by the way, it's stupid, but let's just listen to it quick. WBUC will be releasing a series of tutorials on May 8th, 2017 to help students edit. So, as you could see there, I said and I like to eliminate those from my voiceovers because they I don't know, without those ums and transition words, they help make the voiceover flow more smoothly overall. So how I would eliminate one of those is I'd go to where that is in the clip. Series of tutorials on so it's right there. So before I start talking again, what I do is I take out the razor tool and I'd cut that, and then right before I said a series of tutorials on so when I take that breath right there, oops, on right there. So now without that, it sounds like this. WBUC will be releasing a series of tutorials on May 8th, 2007. So that's just a, like a quick job. I could obviously make that sound a bit better. But, that's just a helpful tool to help make your voiceover sound better when you're audio editing in Adobe Premiere. So, next off, as you can see, these audio tracks are beneath the video tracks. And you have the options of muting them, so that way you wouldn't hear it. And, there's obviously some different other options like locking the track, which I'm pretty sure prevents you from, moving anything and so on. So you can do that to your liking. Now let's talk about volume. There's two ways you can adjust volume. First off, there's a more popular method of right-clicking and then going to audio gain. And right here, you can either, you can type in a certain amount. Usually I like to do it by fives. So if my voiceover is too loud, for example, I can maybe do like -5 to see if that brings it down. Or if my voiceover is too quiet, I'd do like a +5, and then, I'd hit OK, and then see if that made it, louder. And use this bar as a reference, by the way. I know that mine looks a little bit different than the one that you're probably seeing. But I like to keep my audio in between -6 and -12 dBs or decibels. So, as you can see, 17 to help students. Mine's peaking a bit because I just turned up the gain, which I didn't need to. Did I use this clip? I think I might have used this clip. Maybe not. Okay, so what I do is, yeah, I want to lower the audio, so I'd I had to bring it down a bit. This is what the actual gain is. So maybe leave it at like -1. And then, oops, that was the end of it. 2017 to help students edit. See, you want to keep it within that range right there. So that's one way you can adjust volume. The other way is by going to this effects panel for your audio, and then going to volume, and then you can raise or lower the decibel level there. Another thing, if you want to add fades, I know that my effects tab, it should be down here. So what you would go to is audio transitions, crossfade, and then exponential fade. That's a way that you can add a fade to the beginning of your voiceover. You drag it on there, like so, and that way, especially if you're using music, instead of it being like a big abrupt cut into like loud music, you'd just it'd be a smooth fade. Another way you can do this is by going into the effects control panel thing, and these are how you keyframe. You can physically keyframe, like the audio going all the way down to like -200 decibels, and then bringing it back up to like the normal volume. But that obviously takes a bit more time. So one more thing I wanted to show you guys is with the background music. Usually I like to keep this down a lot. So I'd probably bring this down to like -25, somewhere around there. That's -23.9. So it sounds like this. That's a bit loud. Let's bring it down a little bit more. So like, I'll bring it down another 10 decibels. We'll be releasing a series of... That's still a bit loud. Make sure that your background music doesn't overpower your voiceover. You definitely don't want to just hear blaring music and no voice. Tutorials on May 8th, 2017. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit too quiet, but hopefully you guys get the idea. So that about covers the basics of audio editing. Hopefully this gave you a decent understanding of it. And also, don't be afraid to experiment and try out different effects as well. For example, let's go back here. The noiser effect right here, and the what is the other one? The high pass and low pass. And also the bypass, I believe it's called as well. Oh no, the band pass. Yeah, all of those effects can really help, especially if you're trying to remove background noise. So yeah, other than that, I'm Tanner Wengjian. Email me at tannerwengjian@gmail.com if you have any questions. But that's about it. Thanks for watching.